cry right now. I don't want to get out of bed today. I'm about to receive my first year of university grades.
Okay, I'm awake. In a couple of hours, I think I'm about to receive my grades, and my fate for the entire summer will be decided. But oh wait, I think you know literally nothing about me, so let me start with adding some context. I just finished first year at the University of Bath studying management with marketing, and let's get one thing out of the way first. If you're a STEM student and you're already itching to tell me that management with marketing is not a real degree, and I don't know why you're so stressed about your exams because they aren't difficult, I will give you 15 seconds just to say it all and forget about it. Done. I'm not mocking you. I do realize how difficult your degrees are, but understand me too. This woman cannot hear the same thing for like 100th time. So for the simplicity of watching this video, I'm gonna give time codes for when I talk about what. Hopefully it won't be as with my July's reading list, and I will actually put it here. The first module that I studied was business analytics. It was a very straightforward module. For my IB diploma, I did mathematics analysis and approaches. So maths-wise, analytics wasn't much more difficult. Our professor was a little funny, like he was a good professor, but for some reason he talked so slowly. I missed his first lecture. And I went home and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna watch it online. So I turned on the video, I put it on to 2x speed by default, and then I was like, did I forget to speed it up? And I looked and no, he just spoke so slowly, even like in a sped up video. But other than that, he was good. I mean, there was also a moment when he realized he had been teaching the 5 years of students with the wrong formula, but I don't know, maybe that's not that big of a deal. This module, we had a 50% weight was the exam, which I wrote on 65%. And honestly, I'm not complaining. Like at the beginning of the year, I was like, I wanted the first for all of my modules. But after I left that exam and I started overhearing people talking about their answers and I realized nothing in my answers matches, I was like, a 50 would be like the present from the sky. I may have also cried a little bit in our student union building toilet. I'm sitting in a very public space and people are walking non-stop and looking at me, and I feel very high levels of social anxiety. Okay, the next 50% of the grade is the coursework. When writing that coursework, I was like, I'm a genius. There's nothing I cannot do. It is perfect. It's gonna get 100. But when I started looking at it back after I submitted it, I started finding more like little moments when it's like, the wording here could be better, the calculation here is a little inaccurate. So I just stopped looking back at it, problem solved. But honestly, I think it's gonna get like a 60. And to be fair, math was never my strong suit and analytics is both based on maths. So I will be totally alright with like a second to first. The next module is Introduction to Accounting and Finance. And here, let's give this module a moment of silence. That was the only module that made me actually want to cry like very often. Because I think at some point I was studying just one topic for 8 hours straight, and when I actually came to the point of doing the practice questions, I got them all wrong. So I don't know what was wrong with this module, but it is so difficult to learn something, to learn a subject where words don't actually mean what they're supposed to mean. Like the whole debit and credit situation with double entry bookkeeping. What do you mean? Like, it does not mean what it is supposed to mean. I was so confused, my head was like not comprehending that information. So for the first exam, I got an 80%. I don't know how, that was magic. But the main problem is that it is only 30% of the grade, and the 70% of the grade is the final exam. And that is a problem. First question was you were giving a trial balance, a bunch of adjustments, and you had to show these adjustments and then build the balance sheet and income statement based on these adjustments and on the trial balance. And it was a 30 points question. And everything went so smoothly, everything went fine until my debit and credit did not balance out. So I was just sitting there panicking. And I don't know if we're getting like process points or something, but yeah. I mean, I wrote a really fine essay for the last 15 or 20 points, so I guess it will be all right, but like 50 will be a gift for me. Okay, I'm gonna put on my sunglasses because the sun is right in my face and something is crawling on my leg, and I already hate the idea of doing a video outside. Okay, next module is marketing, and I really loved it. Also, our professor was super nice. I think she was also a Russian speaker. She's from Belarus, so I'm assuming she's a Russian speaker. She was very young and very like in touch with the latest trends in marketing and everything. So all of her examples and explanations were very up to date. Also, I don't know if you know that, but I think Russian language is a little faster, the pace of speaking in Russian is faster than in English. So her speed of speaking was just perfect for me. But I think at one of the first lectures, the first question that she got was like, could you speak like a little slower? But I was like, it's perfect. Don't slow down. You're amazing. She was also very sweet and helped me a lot when I was trying to look for a summer job. I didn't get any job, but it was still super sweet of her. So for marketing, for the coursework, we got a 76% and it's 30% of the grade. It's crazy good because our professor told us that for courseworks and like presentations and negotiations for stuff like that, it is almost impossible to get over 80, but getting over 70 is like already wow. You have to have done an excellent job. So getting a 76 was, and it was also I think one of the first grades that I got, so I was super happy. What else can I say? Oh yeah, the next 70% of the grade is the exam. I think I wrote it well. Like the test part is correct for sure. I checked it after. So 65% probably secured. For the essays, it was 3 essay questions. It's also fine. I think the only place where it can go wrong is the fact that I did not use the examples from textbooks or the ones that we discussed. I decided to write my own analysis on the most current cases, like the blockout party or stuff like that. So I don't know just how correct my analytical skills were. I don't know what possessed me during the exam to just risk it all and write my own examples. So the next module is actually 2 modules that were taught separately and everything and graded separately, but the overall grade is for them combined. I don't know why. So it's business law, where we had 2 exams and they were open book exams timed on like in spare or something. I don't know if you have that. For the first one I got 80%. For the second one I got 84%, and I really loved law. Like at some point at the middle of the year I was like, maybe I should switch to law. Maybe my brain is wired to studying in that way. But also during my first exam I was sitting in my dorm because it was like an open book exam, so you could take it from anywhere. So I was sitting in my dorm doing the exam, and once you open it you cannot close it without like submitting it. And then the fire alarm went off when I was like on question 2. So I was just sitting there like, do I take my computer and run downstairs with my computer while doing my exam? That was a little nerve-wracking, yeah. But I still got an 80, so it's okay. For business society, the presentation that we did in semester 1, it was 40% of the grade, and we got a 70, which was also super cool. It was a presentation we had to recommend a strategy for a company that was expanding to a different country, so that was very interesting. For the peer review that semester, worth 10% of the grade, we got 67, and for the negotiations in the next semester, worth 50% of the grade, we got 68%. So I think it all sums up to like 75% overall. It's the first of first. My phone is overheating, so I have to speak faster. So the next module is business economics, and I cannot say much about it. It's 100% exam. I also never knew economics well. It's my lowest grade on my B exams, a 5. For economics, like I understand the content, but then when I have to draw diagrams or stuff like that, my brain just stops working. I also used weird non-textbook examples in my exam. I don't know what possesses me during exams to do that. So hopefully it will still be like around 60%. Another module was information systems and operations. And I cannot say much about that module because I am still hella confused about what the fuck that module was about. Because it felt like all the topics that did not fit into all the other modules were just combined and put into this one. For the first exam, I somehow got an 86. I don't know, that's like my highest grade ever. And that was, I think, 50% of the grade. And for the coursework, we got an 65%, which combining was like 73% for the module. Overall, I am hopeful for my grades. I don't think they will be too bad. Also, already having two first to first for my modules kind of gives me hope that they will save me if I write like economics badly. But the fun thing is, at the beginning of the year, I was like, I'm gonna get a first to first in all of my modules. I'm gonna get that easily. I'm gonna get an internship easily. Like, life is gonna be great. It is great, but I was a little delusional. I'm gonna be so happy with just the second of first. Like a strong second of first, I'm gonna be fine with it. They're here. I'm going to piss myself right now. Oh my god! Oh my god! I think I got the first for the entire thing. Oh, Business Society and Law 77, Business Analytics 76. What did I write? Information Systems and Operations 76. Business Economics 53, Introduction to Accounting and Finance 74, Marketing 72. Oh my god, it's all, well, except for Economics, which I said I'm gonna be okay with 50. My hands are shaking. Oh my god, I am so happy. Wait, Introduction to Accounting and Finance 74?
I just texted my results to my mom, and I think she's not too happy. I think she only looked at business economics, which is 53.
So funny though how I have like everything above 70 and then it's like 53 for economics. It is kind of funny how it's like a 20-point drop. But I mean, economics is not my thing. I knew that for sure. What is my highest grade? Oh, it's Business Society and Law, true. I cannot believe that I have 74 for Introduction to Accounting and Finance and that it's more than marketing. How the fuck did that happen? Like, I do not know Introduction to Accounting and Finance better than marketing. What? How is it 2 points higher than marketing? Okay, so just to summarize, I'm quite happy with my results. I expected less for sure. I'm also very happy that now I can like live and enjoy my summer without awaiting the results. That's a very nice thing to do. There was a fun story about how I sent my results to my parents, and my parents, well, my mom did study in the UK. She did her master's there, but the grading system and everything was a little bit different, I think, at the time. So when I first sent my results to them, they were like upset, like that I have 53 for economics. And there was a whole conversation about, oh, well, yeah, 70s are nice, but there is a 53 which is like bad. And I tried to convince them that no, actually, the only thing that really matters is that the average is 71, which is like the first of first. We had a couple of, I think we had one day when we were still like kind of ignoring the conversation, but today in the morning, my mom was like, Arisha, sorry, yesterday at the bar, we kind of looked at the UK grading system and realized that your results are actually really good, so congrats. And yeah, maybe it was probably an oversight on my behalf not explaining the British grading system for them because it was incredibly confusing for me. So if I can give any advice, is that if you're an international student, before showing your parents your exam results, explain to them like the grading system in great detail. I think the last thing I'm gonna do, like university related this summer, is just look through the economics exam because our professor sent it to us because I think quite a few people failed. So I guess they kind of released them like the model answers so that we could compare our answers to the ones that are like the 100% correct ones. So I'm gonna do that and then I'm just going to forget about the university up until the 20th of September. Yay!